Hello, I'm Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and today I have a good week of crochet for you. I have made some really cute amigurumis that I wanted to share with you. They come from the book Cuddly Amigurumi, and she's one of my favorite designers. And then I also have a couple of updated whips, and one of them has to do with a book that I bought, a crochet book that's really, really good. And I have done something that probably none of us ever do, which is to actually read the crochet book. These patterns come from a book called Lovable Amigurumi, and they are by a pattern designer that I really love. And this is the book, and I made this little boy and this little bee. Oh, I can't wait to share it with you. So he was a whip last week. So there's a picture of what he looks like, and here he is. He's so cute. Now, something that I really liked about this pattern is that, and this designer specifically, is that she incorporates other types of mediums and sewing and buttons, fabric in her patterns, but you don't have to use them. So here she used in her pattern she used felt, so I did incorporate that, and I really do love how that looks. It really gives lovely definition. Now I blushed his cheeks. I got a little fuzz coming out of his nose. He's got a runny nose. I blushed his cheeks ever so slightly because he is a little boy. I just kind of wanted him just to be blushed cheeks, but not super blushed. I love when they put ears on dolls. I wasn't a fan of the colors I chose for this, but you know, I'm not going to go out and buy yarn. So there's the back of him. And if you notice, I made the mistake of putting his leg on this way, which this should have been turned around the other way. And see how I hid this one in the inner leg? So there he is. He's all done. I do not have craft wire to make his glasses, but when I get them, I will definitely, when I do get wire, I will definitely make some. I think he came out so cute. I just used a variety of yarns for this, wool and Hobby Lobby and miscellaneous and more Hobby Lobby cotton. I don't know if I would like to change his hairstyle, but then again, I also like it too because it's very easy to do this one because it's just weave it in, you know. So I really do like it. So that is the first one. And notice the difference how they did the hair and see the glasses. So I ended up putting more, and I should have probably used a lighter color because I do like that lightness. The next pattern I did also came from this book, and it is that adorable baby bee. Oh, how sweet that is. I had some lovely yarn to make this pattern by Loops and Threads that I got at Michael's. I hardly ever buy yarn at Michael's. It's acrylic and polyester. It's a number 4, but it works up much lighter than a regular number 4 that maybe you're used to, on the lighter side of a 4. And it's called Onyx. Onyx Rainbow. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this is just so beautiful. I love it, and it is incredibly soft, so soft. So, but very thin. So I use this to make my bee. I really I had bought this yarn to make a garment, but the swatch that I did, this just did not work out. And the fact that I'm making a garment, you really want to see your stitches, and black is just not the way to go if you want to see your stitches or if you don't want to already struggle. So since I'm testing a pattern, this didn't work out anyway, so I decided to use it because I love it so much. So here it is. Oh, he's so cute. Look at that sweet little bee. Oh, he's so cute. There's his wings. And you could probably flip them this way too if you wanted to. How cute. Oh, so you can see all the colors. Now this is Hobby Lobby yarn and this black is from Michaels. This is just a miscellaneous nude color. I love it. I love how he came out. It is so cute. And this had the same type of hair. So yes, very happy with my makes from this book. So cute. So cute. So I blushed his cheeks. Now, if you have never blushed cheeks before, if you haven't heard of the Rumi Mill Crochet, she is quite the amigurumist, but she tends to go for more difficult patterns. She uses crayons to color her cheeks, and I was gonna go grab a crayon, but my amigurumi toolbox has blush and this that I pick up at the Dollar Tree. And if you're new here, I have an amigurumi toolbox videos of things that you can use, and Christmas is coming up again and I have a Christmas one. So this is something that I use to color blush the cheeks. And if I have bunnies, I blush their ears. So very cute, very happy with this. These were done with the Dollar Tree blush and blush sticks. But she swears by the crayons, Cindy at the Rumi Mill Crochet. If you don't know her, go check her out. Very happy with these makes. Okay, so this designer actually has 3 books. Those 2 came from this book. But I decided to go ahead and I was just on a feel-good mission. So I decided to pick up Cuddly amigurumi toys, which I have in my library as well. Okay, now it's kind of hard to see in this pattern book, but this is what I decided to go with, which is this little lamb. And it calls for 2 different weights of yarn. One a 4 weight and one a super bulky. Okay, so I did that. Here's another little picture you can kind of see. So I decided to work this one up. I have this wool in blue. Now I want to say this is probably a DK. This yarn I picked up at Hobby Lobby just this year in this year's clearance, so $1.37, and it's called Sweet Delight Chunky. Now it's not a super bulky. It's supposed to be a number 5. So I decided to put these 2 together. Well, I'm not liking how it came out. Let me know what you think. These are the legs, and I'm just thinking this is way too skinny to this big bulky yarn. And it's coming out ginormous. I am so surprised at how big it's coming out because in his hand it looks so small. It looks so small. So let me know what you think. I do love these colors. I love how it's coming out color-wise, but not in size-wise. Like I think this is way too long and too tiny and to this bulky. So let me know what you think. Should I finish it? Because I'm ready to frog it and do something else. Now, the second choice that I wanted to make with this book is this cat. Now, again, you're not going to see really good pictures in these books. You see up close ones, but not like full body ones. So this is the cat. And then here's his body. You could see his big pink feet's paws. And so I really wanted to make a black cat with pink paws. I have the pink, I have this, and I really wanted to do it, but then working out again. It was really hard to see, like I could not get the beginning circle. It was really hard. So I'm going to try again maybe when I'm less frustrated and have put the light on, my good light, and see if I can attempt that. But that is a plan that I have. I would really like to make a black with this yarn. Okay, another whip for the Chucky doll. So I've made no progress with this little Chucky doll, but I did order some yarn, and thank you to the viewers and the commenters and the emailing. Thank you so much for sending me suggestions on what I can use for his flesh tone. So I did make a couple of orders, but they had to be far away, so I don't know when I'll get that yarn. Okay, and what I was alluding to in the beginning of actually reading a book, and I haven't even finished it, but I took 10 minutes to just like start reading this book. Now, I showed this in my last video, and I've made some progress on my blanket. And some things that I just want to share with you and point out is that there are groups of patterns in here in 8 sections. So there's 8 sections. So you can even go for an all-themed blanket by just choosing from one of those 8 sections and just using all of those. The sections are texture, color work, modern texture, modern techniques, more traditional crochet. And then she also provides in this book, which I did not realize until reading it, is that she has edgings, plus tips on adding embellishments such as pom-poms and tassels to finish off and flourish your blanket. I mean, just look at this one. So she uses mosaic, she uses the texture, she's got some baubles or pom-poms here for edgings. You can even just edge this side and the top side rather than the sides. So the bottom and the top. Now, the yarn specific that she used for all of these patterns were Shepsha's Color Crafter DK, and that is the yarn she chose, but she mentions that anyway, any yarn will work. She also incorporated a color, like how to pick the colors if you are struggling with putting colors together. That was all in just the first 2 pages. So I still have a lot more reading to do, but oh my goodness, I just love it. And especially for you, those crocheters who like a 1-row repeat, you're going to do the same row repeat for each panel, whether that, I know sometimes it's a design, so you'll have 3 different rows, but it's much easier to get done in a small strip rather than this whole row of blanket. So that's something to consider if you are a 1-row repeat type crocheter. Oh, and something else. She designed all of these patterns so that they would be able to hook up to each other no matter what you choose. They all have the same edging on every pattern, and I think that's really important. When you're picking patterns, you don't have to think about which one's going to go with which one, which was going to line up. They all have the same borders on the sides so that you can connect them easily. That was another fantastic thing that she added. But even though she included some color work, I went ahead and purchased one of these color wheels, because no matter what color you choose, these little triangles tell you which colors will best suit it. And then they go down in tones. And then not only is it this side, but this side, which is lighter colors. Or if you want a great contrasting color. That's why I like green and pink always together, because I know they go together very well. And then we have the blue purpley yellows to yellow. And then it says if you pick this color, then this one and this one would be good matches for that. So I bought this color wheel. It was $9, but it's something that I know will be useful in making blankets or putting together colors, and have it access right there, so I could just easily match my yarn and put it up against here. And so many colors, so I'm sure to find it. So that is something I picked up, and I think it's going to be a great match for that. That would have been a great little kit right there if they included that. So let me show you how I've been doing on so this color, everyone loves this color in the comments. So I did find one band, It is called Big Twist Tranquil. I don't think they sell it anymore. I haven't seen it. It's a 4-weight, but I'm sure you can find it online, and the color is called Paprika. So that is the yarn that I'm going to be using up for this blanket, and this is the panel that I've been working on. I've made quite the longest strip. So right now I would say it's throw size. So if I go any bigger, it will be going towards blanket size. So cut in half, this is what it looks like. So it's not quite my arm length, but if I stretch it, it can. And you know what? This would be great to contribute. If you have not heard about Boggy Creek Blanket Drive, there's quite a few podcasters hosting this, and I enjoyed seeing all the box openings of all the blankets that they're getting. That was just because not only do you get ideas and see so many crochet blankets put together for such a wonderful cause. I just recently sent some squares to, I'll list her YouTube name right here. She says, send me your granny squares and I will put them together to make these blankets for Boggy Creek Drive. But you know what I'm going to do? I had no idea that I had plenty of time to make a blanket. So if you want to contribute a blanket, I know it's very expensive to send, but if you use a DK weight yarn, it's much lighter than a 4-weight, 5-weight. I'm going to list all of their names down below, their YouTube names, and maybe a channel that will give you more information, but I believe the blanket size is 40 to 50. It's not big, 40 to 50 wide and 50 to 60 length. Don't quote me on that. But I think I'm going to measure this, and then I'm going to try to make a blanket with this and send it for Boggy Creek Drive, because we have until the end of December. So that's all of October, November, and December. That's 3 months to make a blanket. So if you can contribute, please do. Like I said, use a DK weight yarn. And I would sincerely ask you, well, if you want to get ideas of what people are sending in, I will link one of those videos of the box openings of, oh my gosh, they had like 50 blankets that they were opening. It was so fun to watch, especially if you're crocheting, right? I love watching crochet videos while I'm crocheting, which is probably why I always make mistakes, but anyway. Yeah, so it's something to do, something to watch, and yeah, that about sums it up. I will try to leave as much information as I can down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I sincerely appreciate it, and I shall talk to you again very soon, because I have something for the not so creepy or not so scary Halloween, and it's turning out pretty cool, so I really like it. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.